Well, hello everyone. My name is Kayla. It has been a while since I have been doing podcast. I've been kind of MIA for the last couple of months, but this is episode 3 of Everyday Life Trials with Kayla. I'm kind of newer to this. You'll just have to bear with me. So, the hot topic at hand right now is the COVID-19. Okay, I know everybody is tired of hearing about it. Everybody's tired of reading about it. Everybody's tired of seeing it. But there's something I just want to bring to the table. So, I am what we'd call a workaholic. I work 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, start my day, get to work, get my loaded tea because I can't live without them now. I'm an addict. And I get my day started behind my computer in my office and I do my own thing. I really don't concern myself with having a to-do list, but I do because I do have a job where getting things done is important. So I just do what I can throughout the day. When you get in your everyday routine, it's hard to break. When you do the same thing every day, it's hard to break. My current job, I've been there almost 3 years. Tuesday, I got the phone call that I'd be working from home. I said, okay, this ought to be pretty simple enough, not too complicated. I should be able to do this. I get to the office Tuesday afternoon with my husband to load up my car. I walk in my office. I already had a list made up on my phone of what all I needed to grab, what all I needed to do, make sure I didn't forget. And I load up my car and we head home. I get home, I put everything together, set my computers up, and it becomes surreal. It's like, oh, tomorrow morning I'll get up, go to get ready for work, and be like, oh, leggings and t-shirt it is. And then I'll come in the kitchen, sit down at the dining room table, and start my work. Oh, this is going to be different. This is definitely going to be different. Day 1 has been completed, and it's already been made known to me that I'm not going to be a stay-at-home parent. I'm not meant to be at home all day. I'm a people person. I'm an office person, not a homebody. I'm just not meant to be at home all day. I get lonely. This has also brought light to me that this is more serious than what people are making it out to be. When it first was announced about the whole COVID thing, I'll be honest, I was like, okay, it's because it's election time, just like many other things that have come and gone with the U.S. and even outside the U.S. It's like, okay, it's just a matter of time before it goes away. It's something small. Yeah, it took some lives, but in the beginning, I was like, okay, it'll be gone before you know it. Well, here it is March, towards the end of March, and we're still fighting it. And there's really no cure or no prevention methods. And prevention method I mean shots, like medicine, modern medicine. So with that being said, you just basically got to still stay healthy and stay inside. A part of me, like I said, in the very beginning stages, if you've heard my previous 2 podcasts before now, I mentioned that this is the good, the bad, the ugly, the ins and outs, the raw truth about me, my thoughts, my everyday life, what I go through, what I've been going through, what I have been through, what I will be through, my thoughts, my opinions, the whole work. So if you don't agree with some of it, that's fine. You're more than welcome to have your own opinion, just like I have my opinion. But the other half of me, like I said, the first half of me was like, okay, it's just because it's election time. The other half of me was like, you know what? I'm a Christian. I've been baptized in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And I firmly believe in God, and I put all my faith and trust in Him as much as possible. And like I said, I'm human. I make mistakes. I have my own insecurities. I have my own doubts. And the other part of me was like, okay, things are all kind of falling into place, with the end of times. And, it's only a matter of time before He returns and we're going to be done. And, or not be done, but be starting our real lives, because this is not our true home. And it opened up a lot of deep conversations with some coworkers, some friends, and some family. And basically my innermost group, the ones that I vent to and go to for just about anything and everything. And it opened up a conversation between me and my husband. We are 28 years old. I'm not going to say where we live, but we're 28 years old. We have 2 cats and a dog. No kids yet. Well, the original plan last year was to start trying to have a family this year. Well, it's now March 25th, and we still aren't pregnant. And there's reasons for that. One, because my sister just had her baby, and who's 2 months old, and we were giving them their time to have their spotlight. And then now my best friend's pregnant and due in April. So I was doing baby showers and gender reveals and everyday busy life, and it just kind of kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And we're like, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. We still have time. We still have time. And the more and more that this whole COVID-19 thing has come about, we have been talking, and it's come up in conversations that maybe we don't need to have kids right now. Because who would want for their child to be born in this world right now in 2020 or even 2021? Well, there's mad chaos, uncontrollable diseases, sickness, confusion, hatred, evil, and just a nasty, nasty world. Now, that's not me being negative. That's me being honest with myself and with my husband. Because the honesty is, that's correct. It's all true. Who would want to raise or have their kid in that environment? Nobody. Nobody honestly wants to have a kid and bring them into the world where it's nasty and ugly. But at the same time, God tells us not to fear 365 times in the Bible. There's 365 days in a year. That's do not fear every day, the whole year. And it starts over again that next year. So you're not supposed to fear. You're not supposed to be anxious. You're not supposed to worry. You're not supposed to be scared. You're supposed to live your life in the world, but not be of the world. So it brought another conversation about, well, maybe we do have a kid. We just need to have faith in God that He's going to take care of everything. Also, if you hear a cat in the background, my cats are lying because they're put up and they're mad. But also it brought to a whole nother conversation where it's like, well, are we supposed to not carry on our family's legacies? Which our families are not that special. They are special, but they're not like, we're not getting like famous people or nothing like that. So it's not like it's a legacy. But it's, are we supposed to stop having children just because, or are we supposed to not have children just because of what's going on? Because who knows what happens tomorrow? We could wake up March 26th of 2020 and COVID-19 is done. It's over. It's gone. Because God decided, you know what? Don't worry about it no more. I got this. It's done. It's over. And then we had already decided not to have kids. So, and I think a lot. But it all goes back to say that there's been a lot on my mind, and I'm just wanting to be raw and realistic here. And just be honest with myself. And to express my feelings to you guys and to let you know that if you are having these same thoughts, you're not alone. You're not the only one. I myself have got doubts and fears, and I'm anxious and I'm worried because there I am working from home, trying to keep my daily routine as normal as possible. Like I said, I get up at 6, I get dressed, I go get my loaded tea because I have an addiction problem with these loaded teas like you wouldn't believe. I come back to the house, I clock in, I start my day, I make phone calls, I get stuff done, and I move on about my day. And at 4 o'clock, I clock out and I'm done. And I go in the living room, my husband gets home, we spend time together, I fix dinner tonight. I try to keep my day as normal as possible. And I think right now, that's what we have to do. We have to keep our routine every day about as normal as possible. And I know, like, most of my coworkers have kids. If not all my coworkers have kids, I'm about the only one without a kid. And for them, I hear it every day. Kayla, they just want to go back to school. They miss their teachers. They miss their friends. Trust me, I'm day one into working from home, and I miss my coworkers. I was sending them Snapchats today going, oh my gosh, I miss y'all so much. I can't do this. I'm not meant to be a stay-at-home wife and parent. I can't do it. It's too much. So, this is my March 25th, 2020 check-in through my podcast. And I'm thinking about doing more YouTube lives. And I'm thinking about doing some like vlogging now that I'll be home more and can get more into it. So if you have any comments, or if you have any thoughts on this, or if you have any questions, or you just want to put your input on what I said, like I said, everybody has an opinion. I'm not going to down you for giving me your opinion and your thoughts because, like I said, this is my podcast. I'm going to be raw and realistic and truthful. And even though you may not agree with it, I'm still going to say what I think and what I feel because that's me. And I shouldn't have to apologize for being me. So, I'm going to cut it for the night. But I love you guys. Thank you for being you. Thank you for listening in. See you later.